teaching you how to get this super bronzy, glowy Kim Kardashian West look inspired by Mario, her personal makeup artist. I have learned these tips and tricks straight from him. So if you want to learn how to get this look, please keep watching. So after skincare and prep, Mario likes to move to brow. He likes to brush through them with a spoolie to get rid of any of the residue that primer or skincare could have left behind. He then goes in with a lighter color brow and a darker color at the tail end. He really likes to make them fluffy and very natural looking and not so much of that Instagram block brow. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in Blonde at the beginning of the brow, and then I'm going to go in with Taupe at the end of the brow. I like to take some translucent powder and a fluffy brush and run that through the brows. This will really add texture to the brows and soften them. He then goes in with the concealer right under the brow to really clean that up. Next, I'm going to dip into my Shade and Light palette and go in with that stark white in the middle of the palette to highlight the brow bone. Use a matte color to lay the base down, and then I'm going to go in with a shimmery highlight color right at the tip of the arch. For those of you that didn't just get 48 units of Botox injected into your brain, it's a really good trick to go ahead and lift up your brows to really tight line. The step that Mario does is actually go ahead and highlight the inner corners of the eyes, which I find very interesting because I usually do that after I'm done with my entire eyeshadow look. But we're going to try it his way today. Go ahead in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette in the shade Burnt Orange and run that into my crease with my Sigma E40 brush. I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty Rose Gold Palette Remastered. Go in with the sandalwood color down here in the corner and place that right on top of that burnt orange. Next, I'm going to go in with this henna color right here. This is a very earthy reddish brown. I'm going to place that tightly into my crease so that the sandalwood and burnt orange peeks through right above it. I find it really helps if you just place the product right at the tip of the brush. It helps to concentrate that product right exactly where you need it to be. I'm going to take a smaller taper blending brush and I'm going to dip into Cocoa. I'm going to place that right under where I placed henna. So a little bit is going to get on the lid, but that's okay because we're going to go over it anyway with another color. And I'm going to place that right at that outer corner and then bring that across right under henna. Mario likes to go in with a cream-based shimmer first, then put the powder shimmer, and then glitter on top. So it's all about building in those layers. So I'm going to go ahead and use Blaze by ColourPop. And when I went to pick this up, I found that the product was pulling away from the edges, which means I probably didn't screw the cap on tight enough. So if you go in with an essential oil and put a few drops at the center of the product, it will actually bring it to life. The technique of putting a cream product down first really intensify that shimmer eye. Go back into that Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette and dip into the shade Dubai. I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Space Cowboy. I'm going to go back in with that Sigma E25 brush and blend gently at the crease to ensure that there aren't any harsh lines. Next comes eyeliner. Normally I would just use a liquid eyeliner and really give myself a cat eye. Mario really likes to build. So what he does is he'll use a liquid liner and then use a pencil on top to really give a sultry and smoky appearance. So for pencil today, I'm going to go in with my Guerlien Kohl Bronze in 07. Yes, Momsy, I stole this from your makeup drawer. And I love it, so you're probably not going to get it back. And I'm just going to buff out the harsh line that liquid liner leaves. I actually love this technique. It really gives that effortless glam look. Now I'm going to go ahead and tight line under my upper waterline and then my lower lash line. Well, normally next I would go in with lashes, but Mario likes to do that at the end, just in case he wants to add more glitter or eyeshadow. So for darker tan skin tones, Mario likes to use 2 different color foundations, because normally on those skin tones, it's lighter towards the center of the face and darker around the perimeter. However, I'm pale, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use 1 shade today. I got Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty blender and blend that out. Now, one thing I learned from Mario is he said that foundation is for the face except the under eyes. Mario hates putting foundation on the under eyes. He thinks that it just builds up unnecessary product, so we're going to avoid that area. Next, I'm going to go in with cream contouring. Mario is a huge fan of warming up the products on the back of his hand first before applying it to the face. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick in the shade 409. I'm going to warm this up on the back of my hand and with a smaller damp beauty blender and place that on the face. This really helps with product control and gives a softer look. Next, I'm going into highlight with the Maybelline Age Rewind. Highlighting is Kim K's favorite part. And Mario actually really likes to layer different types of concealer. This actually looks like it's going to color correct pretty well for me. I actually forgot how much I love this concealer. I'm going to go in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Medium Custard. I'm at the tail end of this product. I found it in my makeup drawer and thought I haven't used this in a while, I might as well whip it out. That looks so good. Okay, so before any of this moves, I'm gonna go in with my translucent powder and set this face. This is a big step in the Kim K process, and it is called baking. So we're gonna blend out those creases, make sure we have a smooth under eye before setting. With my damp beauty blender, look up. Now on Instagram and YouTube, a lot of times people will pile this powder on. I cannot do that, because it will just give my face a very tight, cakey look. But if you are able to do that, please go ahead and do so. So we're going to bake the edges of the nose, and then right under that dark contour. Next, we are gonna go ahead and do that lower lash line. Repeat what we did on the upper lash line. So I'm gonna dip into that burnt orange in the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Mix sandalwood and henna together. And then lastly in cocoa. And I'm just going to keep cocoa in that outer half. And with my Morphe Y18 brush, and just very gently blending that all out. I'm going to go on with a fluffy brush. I'm going to dip into some more of that translucent powder. Mario believes that by doing this, before brushing it all away, it's going to help not disturb the product underneath that may not be dry yet. And what do you know, he's correct. Going in with Too Faced Sweet Tea Bronzer, I'm going to just bring a little bit more warmth to the face. Going into contour, I'm going to be using the Benefit Hoola Bronzer, which actually is one of Mario's favorites. Mario really likes coral peachy blushes, so I'm going to go in with NARS Luster. Then going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow palette, I'm going to dip into Butterscotch. Contour the nose rather than a cream product. I'm going to dip in with a fluffy brush. I'm going to start at the crease between the eye and the nose bone, and I'm just going to very lightly feather that downward. A little bit at the base. I'm going to set everything with the Slay All Day Gerard Cosmetics Coconut Setting Spray. Oh my gosh. Alright, now we're going to go in and focus on the eyes and mascara and lashes. So I'm going to coat my bottom lashes with the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I'm then going to go in with my Ardell Wispy Lashes. These are a very fluffy, natural lash. Mario really likes this look as well as a cat eye lash. He really likes the fact that you can see the shimmery eyelid. It really brings a twinkle to the eye. Next, while I'm waiting for those to dry, I'm going to go in with my lip. I'm going to be using Whirl by MAC. Next, I'm going to go in with She by House of Dolls. This has been discontinued, which actually breaks my heart. This color is amazing. A similar color would be the Gerard Cosmetics in Buttercup, also Cream Cup by MAC. Ooh, I thought of another one. Dose of Colors in Soft Touch would be a really good dupe for this as well. Now here's a dupe that I've been dying to share with you guys. Kim Kardashian made that Turkish Delight NARS lip gloss famous. But I have a hard time dishing out, I think, $36 for a lip gloss because I go through it so much. So I found this dupe at the drugstore. It is called Sky Pink. It is by Revlon, and it is the exact same thing. The formula might be a tiny bit different, pretty much spot on. The NARS is just a tiny bit more orange, but you really can't tell what's on the lip. So I'm gonna pop that on the center. And then kind of disperse what's ever left on the brush. I'm gonna go in and coat my lashes and false lashes just a tiny bit. Brighten up that inner eye highlight just a little bit. Kim always has super glowy inner eyes. Give yourself one final spray if you desire, and of course I do. That is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, please let me know down below, and I will see you guys next time.